Okay, for the win viewer at Ryuji Oda.
Ryuji Oda.
Ano?
Ryu?
Ryuji Oda.
Madalas natin ka-tweet to.
Kaya nga. Ryuji Oda. Di ba alam mo yung DP niya, di ba? Yung picture niya, yung avatar niya. Anyway, basta siya yun. Siya yun lang yung nakaparagan. Okay, so si Ryuji Oda wants us to discuss this whole Ray Parks versus Kevin Ferrer thing that happened during the first game of the Final Four between UST and NU. NU, of course, top seed, UST fourth seed, and then people anticipated that sila magtatapat because Kevin Ferrer is the defensive matchup kay Ray Parks. And what did Ray say?
Ano sabi?
Magaling daw si Ferrer. Hindi, sinabi niya na
I was working yesterday.
He was, Ferrer and the USC Tigers are, kumbaga kay Jordan, yun yung Detroit Pistons.
They actually call himself Jordan?
No. Did he?
No, he said nga they are my Detroit or he is my Detroit.
There is...
So...
I mean, so somebody who says that
okay,
is like,
he is, I guess, only the situation. I don't think he's comparing himself to Michael Jordan.
Basta ban ka na sa SM.
No, I just want to make it clear. With all due respect to Ray, you are he probably is the future Philippine basketball. Huwag naman Jordan. Blasphemous eh.
No, but I think he's just parang comparing kung si Jordan, hirap na hirap siya doon sa Detroit Bad Boys defense. Siya naman, ang sinasabi niya, hirap na hirap sa defense ng UST, and in particular, Kevin Ferrer's very physical defense.
Sandali, third year na ba si Parks?
Okay.
Yep.
3 taon hindi lumusot yung Bulls sa Detroit eh. Di ibig sabihin next year pa.
So, ikaw yung nagkumpara sa kanya kay Jordan.
Hindi.
Maguwas!
Nalito na ako.
But I think naintindihan ko yung sinasabi niya. What he's saying is, it's frustrating for him to play against this team and against this particular player kasi, for one reason or another, nahihirapan siya sa kanya at sa kanila. I mean, we can all appreciate that. Na no matter how good you are, merong team at may player na at some point, alam lahat ng kiliti mo. Di ba? Para bang alam lahat paano ka iinisin, paano ka didepensahan, saan ka papupuntahin. I mean, from a very scientific standpoint, Charles.
Yeah, I think they played very physical on him, and they got into his head a bit, and obviously the fact that he's even talking praises about them after a very intense game says a lot of.
I'm not really sure if he's praising them.
Well, you're giving them credit basically. I mean, you rarely say
as a Detroit Bad Boys,
diba? Parang kung ikaw yun, you just say, "Oh, I played bad." Babawi na lang siya, but he's saying that they're like his weak kryptonite or whatever you call it, and it's just a bit surprising because I honestly think if it's just Ray Parks versus Ferrer, and there's no way anyone can guard Ray Parks one-on-one in college basketball. I mean, maybe he had a bad game. I mean, yeah, you have to credit their defense. It's team defense definitely, and I think you should just find better ways to put him in better positions to score, I guess, and take advantage of their weaknesses kasi galing naman niya talaga. He is the best player in college basketball. 2-time MVP, could have been the third easily.
There's an underlying theme kasi dito eh. In trying to understand why Ray used that analogy, and that is, very physical yung defense ni Kevin Ferrer. Kevin Ferrer is, he's
a bit dirty.
Yun, I'm glad you said it kasi some people think that he's, dirty siya dumipensa. Some people will think naman na parang, that's the perfect way to defend a guy like Ray. Medyo you bring out your bag of tricks and gagamit ka na ng konting gulang dyan, no? Para,
so they're the UST Medyo Bad Boys.
Or something like, something like Medyo Bad Boy Growling Tigers, right? So, para sa'yo, Miyaka, where do you draw the line? Like, you've been exposed to college basketball for many years. Parang where do you draw the line between really physical defense and yung sobra na yan, bro. 30 na yan. Ang dumi ng depensa na yan.
Okay, may pumasok sa utak ko pero hindi ko nasabihin.
Ano kaya yun? Ano mo sabihin mo na? Sabihin mo na.
Maganda nga kung
Ang akin lang, as long as you don't intend to hurt, then that's fine. If that is the best way you can defend somebody like Ray Parks, then be it. Pero wag kayong talagang unnecessary movements.
What is unnecessary movements?
Yung talagang hindi na bola yung hinahabol mo, 'di ba? Parang out of wala naman sa inyo yung bola pero binibigyan mo siya, parang gano'n. Okay? So, yun lang naman. Dapat kailangan may bola kasama involved.
Kailangan
It has to be a basketball motion or
Yeah.
diba?
Ikaw, Magu, where do you draw the line as someone who's been covering the sport for like so long? Where do you draw the line between yung parang, uy, ano na yan medyo sobra na yan, or yung, sige, okay lang sakitan kasi it's part of the game?
Sa level ng mali siya siguro. Pag malicious na yung hit or ano, that's why we've been fans of basketball. That's why I truly believe na it is only for these top notch athletes or top level athletes. Hindi pwedeng tayo na tayo makikipagsabayan dahil tayo pag pinitik tayo sigurado 2 linggo tayong hindi makakatayo. If ganong athlete sa athlete, banggaan ng banggaan, be physical, I'm all for it. Pero pag may mali siya na makikita mo naman, especially minsan hindi live pero sa mga replay, lahat naman televised.
Give me an example of a malicious play from a defender.
Sticking his foot out when you're landing the jump shot.
Yung mga sahod-sahod, ganyan.
Kasi I agree with Maguna. Pwede naman mamangga. Actually, for me, if you wanna elbow a bit, but for me, as long as a body lang, and if you wanna foul hard, hit hard, that's fine. But don't start elbowing a guy above his head when his back's turned, throwing that forearm there, or pag nag-layup siya, sasahurin mo, those could cause really serious injury. I'm just being, ako wala ko naisip, pero in general lang, or, when you undercut a guy, or pag jump shot nga, tapos lalabas mo yung paa para matapilok. Mga ganun, you don't need that.
Like a hard hit, like yung last night's game, yung Hinebra talk and text, Harvey Carey really sent that to si LA Tenorio on the floor. He was sprawled out on the floor, pero kahit pa ulit-ulit may replay, wala mali siya. Inabot si LA, halos naging clothesline, but you knew Harvey was going for the ball. It was just a major hit. Kaya kahit si LA parang na ano lang hindi inisip ni LA na tinira siya or ano.
That's what I'm saying. As long as the ball is in play, diba? As long as you're aiming for the ball and not for, just to hurt somebody.
Sa akin kasi, like Carlo, diba when the stakes are high, while you never want to condone, you never want to encourage hooliganism, pero pag grabe na yung competition and you're defending somebody like Ray Parks, parang there's a part of you who wants to see na if Kevin Ferrer is the designated stopper, you want to see Kevin Ferrer, do his best to stop him. And if it means medyo konting dirty tricks. Hindi naman yung career ending, pero yung, hila dito, medyo konting patama dyan, konting siko dyan. If you're UST, you kind of want to see that, right?
Kasi we all agreed that Ray Parks is the single best collegiate player out there. Yeah. And I don't think that there's one defender who can match up with him. So kung ikaw si Ferrer, you'll need those tricks. And if you're a young guy like Ferrer, sinusubukan mo kung hanggang saan yung aalaw ng referee sa'yo. Susubukan mo kasi you don't know yung boundaries. Kasi bata pa si Kevin I think one of the factors kung ba't naging malaking issue to is after Parks injured his left hand, pinisil yata ni Kevin Ferrer. You could say that it had intention to hurt, sure, but then you can also say na by doing that, kahit na wala siyang intention to hurt, by holding Parks' hand, he got into his head.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be career-threatening.
Hindi career-threatening. I don't think Ferrer wanted to twist Parks' arm off or something, but the fact that he did it got into Parks' head, and that was all that mattered in that game.
Yun nga. So there is I think in the basketball world, Charles, diba? Merong allowable level of kumbaga, yun nga, may parang dugasan na parang okay,
it's part of it.
Yeah,
happens all the time.
It happens all the time. When in any level, kahit bata pa, alumni league, pro, amateur, may ganyang bagay na yung pag nakikita mo, you're on the floor and you see it. Maybe to a fan, it's like, oh my God, grabe, dirty.
Ako nakaisip na ako ng dirty. Tinatanong mo kanina example. It wasn't career-threatening. It wasn't even that big a hit. Pero kahit pa paano mo balik-balik rin mundo, it will be considered dirty. Mark yun, Anthony Grundy. Yung dukot. Hindi career-threatening yun, pero dirty yun.
Invasive. Di ba? Parang, lalo na if you're part of a team, there is that one guy there na alam mong, you laugh about yung ginagawa niya kasi naiinis yung mga kalaban sa kanya because
minsan instinct it's not like the players or the coaches will even tell him. Minsan siya na lang gagawa talaga ganun talaga
Sometimes people think na inutusan niya. Hindi, actually madalas yung mga players, it's so instinctive.
Voluntary.
They wanna help the team.
Involuntary.
Kasi gusto mo manalo
Tsaka feeling ko nasa utak ni Kevin Ferrer, kung ako mapapagod, kailangan pagod ka rin. Kailangan mas pagod ka.
Something like that.
Palitan
So, I think labanan lang to ng point of view. Siyempre, kung Enyo ka, mabibwisi ka kay Kevin. Ba't
naman,
diba, sabihin
you're
mo,
on the receiving end.
exactly.
Always.
Bakit mo sinasaktan yung such a dirty player? Kasi sinasaktan mo yung player na, pag nandun ka naman sa UST, tuwan-tuwa ka naman. Because you have a guy here who's going to go to great lengths just to stop the best player in the most skilled player right now in.
I guess the referees have to just be very sharp. If it's not legal, and they call it. If it is, then let it play. Let them play.
Yeah, referees.
Pero maganda yung Detroit Bad Boys. I like it kasi, it's educational. So yung mga taong, mga fan ngayon, Google.
Ano yung
Detroit Bad Boys?
Hanapin niyo yun.